I wanted to bring Amy on to chat about a special mailing. This is an exclusive mailing to the librarians that we use internally or a librarian list that we actually sell our own books for our own internal clients. So Amy, can you tell folks about this mailing and why people should actually do this?
Well, I'd be happy to. This mailing has, and these sales presentations and these kits we put together, they have changed and developed and grown. Have you ever seen that the evolution where it's like a fish, and then it's a frog, and then it's a chicken, and then it's a guy on all fours, and then it's a guy kind of walking upright? And I feel like we're just now, standing up with the spear. They've really evolved and turned into some very powerful tools. Over the last 4 years, we've been putting together sales kits on behalf of our clients and on behalf of people who have books that they want to pitch to the librarians. And these kits are done, they're 4-color, they're gorgeous, they're little, and by little, I mean they're not, they're big, but they're chunks of data about a book and the cover and information and links to where libraries can buy the books from. And that's how we always started. But what's been happening over the years is we've developed this internal list. And this list is a group of libraries who look forward to our presentations. This is different than the library databases that you can get anywhere else. These are our librarians, thousands and thousands of librarians that open these emails when they get them. I don't know how much you guys know about emails and email marketing, but if you just send an email out willy-nilly, as you know, if you've listened to any of my classes or talks about librarians, that is not going to get you the same results as developing a relationship with a librarian, sending emails out one at a time. And what we do is we email to the librarians that we have a relationship with. And over the last 4 years, these relationships have grown and deepened, and now we have amazing open rates. And so what it is today is very different than what it used to be.
So there's an opportunity to essentially market and have you mail on an author's behalf?
That's what this is. What we're doing, and we don't do it very often, but see, budgets are coming due right now, and a lot of you may know this, but librarians they've got more money than bookstores. Libraries have tons of money. It's a $2.8 billion a year business just in the US. Never mind the fact that we're also selling to Canada. But these billions of dollars, they come up monthly, quarterly, annually, and tons of libraries are waiting for January 1st to get an influx of cash so that they can purchase the books that they need for early 2020. So what we have found is by far one of our most powerful and effective sales presentations happen in December. Because if we can get the books in front of the right librarians at a time where they're making all their lists and they're sitting there just like Santa, making a list, checking it twice, getting ready for January when the money comes in, then there's a really good chance that they're going to order your book. Libraries order from Amazon, libraries order from wholesalers, and if your book is available on Amazon or at any one of the wholesalers like Ingram or Baker and Taylor, you may or may not get an order from a librarian through your efforts, but we know that if you use one of our sales programs, the librarians, at least we know that they'll see it, that they will absolutely have a chance to consider your book and decide if it's something they want to order.
And that's really the beauty of this. The track record of these mailings has been phenomenal. Could we chat about that for a moment?
Well, and again, it's grown too. I'm not an internet marketing expert. That is not I develop relationships, individual relationships. I believe in connecting one-on-one, connecting in small groups, and that's what we've done with the libraries. So when we send out these emails, we do small batches. I do not send a librarian 80 books to look at. We send them 20 books to look at. We just send them a few books in one category. So let's say I've got 20 books that we're doing in December. These librarians are going to get small little groups of 4 or 5 novels, Maybe they'll get another email that'll have 3 best-selling business books. But we group it by category, we focus it down, and we send it to the librarian who wants to know about that particular category. It doesn't make any sense for me to send a whole bunch of sci-fi and romance novels to a nonfiction librarian acquisition. That doesn't make any sense. We know who we're mailing to, we focus it down, and because of that, our open rates are ridiculously successful. We have an open rate that hovers somewhere between 30 and 40% within 2 hours of emailing our first batch. And we don't just email once. I've been in sales and marketing for a long time. I know the rules, guys. It's not the first time you ask them to consider your book. It's not the second time you ask them to consider your book. You have to show them 3, 4, 5, 6 times. There's a lot that comes with repetition, but also switching up the message. I don't just set it and forget it. That's not one email that we send out 6 times. We're constantly tweaking the message, and the follow-up is where a lot of our success comes from.
Oh, yeah. Talk about the follow-up, because that really makes this program very special.
Well, once we start seeing some orders and some clicks, we then resend the email, and we tell people about what books are getting the most attention. Let's say that we create an email and we list 3 or 4 different books that you belong with, and then all of a sudden you start seeing orders. Or all of a sudden you get a request from a particular library. Our next email, we're going to mention that. The Boston Library System has already requested a review copy of this book, or we'll put down here, such and such, posted on their website that they're looking forward to getting it, or a tweet that we will tweak the message when we do our follow-up. Again, as I said, if I was just going to throw a catalog together and put it out there, that's not how I work with my librarians, and that's not how I want to represent you.
Absolutely. And one of the other really cool things that I want folks to understand is this is not a wide open, come one, come all. This is a exclusive and very limited mailing.
And curated. This is a curated listing. When you sign up, and right now we are offering a special just for Daniel's folks. I do not sell this to other people at this price. We have never offered this price before. This is a low, low, low price just for Daniel's folks. But when we put this together, once you sign up and you click on the Buy Now button, we're going to ask you for your ISBN. We're going to ask you, or at least for your book title. We want to see your book. And if we take a look at your book and at the distribution and where it's located and how it's positioned, if it's not a great fit for libraries, we'll refund your money. We are happy to do that. Or we'll work with you so that it is ready for the library market. Maybe we can't always do it for everyone, but we love to be of service. Those of you who have heard me teach about libraries, I know how to make a book to fit the library market. But if we can't do that with you, we'll simply refund your money. We don't want to pitch any book to a librarian or offer any title to a library system if we don't know in our hearts that it's going to be a good fit for them and for you.
And how many spaces are available?
20. We never do more than 20. Again, we do break it down by category. So those 20 books could end up being 4 novels, 5 self-help books. We don't know until we find it. We pick the best books. So if you want to be considered, although it's not a free-for-all, we do give preferential treatment to the people who sign up first. It is not first come, first serve, but we give a great deal of weight to the people who sign up first. So we do take them in order, and if your book is accepted, you get a slot. You're in, you're guaranteed. And then the people who have purchased and we've gone too far down the list, we'll either offer them an option of a later mailing, or, as I said, we'll say, sorry, it's just not a good fit. We can't fit you in this time. We'll refund your money. But if you want to get into this mailing, as early as possible is important. We have never, ever done a mailing where we didn't max out and sell out within a day. These go very, very fast, but They are curated, and we will work with you. You don't have to get nervous that okay, she's pressing me to, and I don't know if my book's a good fit. Don't worry about it. Talk to any of the people I've worked with. Guys, I've been doing this for a long time. And if you Google me right now, you will find nothing but people out there saying, she's a classy chick. She did what she said she'd do. You know, I like to say I don't have very many good qualities, but one of the things that I do is I make sure I take care of my authors. So sign up for this program. You're not going to get a better deal. You're never going to get it at $389 again. This is it. You are not going to get a better offer before the end of the year. And let me take a look at your book. Let me vet it for you. Let me work with you.
Absolutely. And once again, every time we've done this in the past, it has sold out. Mm-hmm. So if you snooze, you lose. And it is very possible that if you're on this page, you're watching this video and there's not a buy button below, that means that it's expired. So if you do see a buy button somewhere below, go ahead and grab this very special deal, secure in the fact that if your book is not right for this mailing, or we don't feel that we could be of service to you, your fee gets refunded and we part friends. So with that, thank you, Amy. I really, really appreciate it. Any last words for folks watching?
I just want you guys to read below. Read below this video. You're going to see some words from other authors that I've worked with. These are just 3 or 4 authors that I've worked with. I have sold tens of thousands of books into the library market just in the last 2 years using this exact program. This is not even the extra stuff. This particular program has sold tens of thousands of books into the library market. I have lots of authors that you can depend on to tell you that this works. So read below, take a look at what we've got listed. If you have any questions, you're going to get an email the moment you sign up with our email address and our phone number. You can reach right out. We'd love to be in touch. So click on the button, place your order, and we'll be in touch within 24 hours to make sure that we're a great fit and we get you into the library market.
Thanks, Amy. How was that?
I think it was great, don't you?
I do.
All right, let's see how long the recording is.
It was about